Hey guys, so today we're going to take a look at a new printer from Geeetech. This one's called the 180. They just recently completed their Kickstarter campaign and it was fully funded, so hopefully they'll be coming out very soon. And what they did is they went ahead and they sent me a model to take a look at it and try it out and see what I think of it. Now this one came directly from China, from Geeetech. I am not being paid for this whatsoever. This was furnished to the channel free of charge. For me to evaluate and give everybody my opinion. So let's go ahead and take a look at it. Perfect. Nice. How's it look on that side? Oh wow. That is a pretty nice setup. Looking good. I like the color graphics on it. Okay, so right here it gives me the specifications. It says printing technology FDM. Build volume is 130 by 130 by 130 millimeters. Printing precision is down to a 0.05 millimeter. Printing speed is between 80 to 110 millimeters per second. The filament diameter is 1.75 millimeter. The nozzle diameter is a 0.4 millimeter. Filament supported is PLA, operating system, Windows, Android, iOS. The extruder on this will go up to 230 degrees. It runs off of 12 volt. It's got a 12 volt DC power supply at 6 amps. It does have Wi-Fi, USB, and TF card capability, which I believe that is a memory card. I'll have to find out exactly which one that is. And it's got a 3.2 inch full color touchscreen. Now that's pretty good for a printer like this. So let's go ahead and check it out here. So right on the very top we have a quick start guide. And let's go ahead and get this dumped out. Tip it back over here. So what they've done is they've wrapped it in what looks like saran wrap. Okay, so I'm just going to lay it down here on its side a little bit. There is the power cord. Go ahead and slice that. And this is the back side of the printer. Let's go ahead and pull it out. That is actually a pretty solid little machine right there. So that we have a sample of filament. We have a USB cord. Let's take a look at this. Okay, so I'm seeing some extra screws here and some fairly heavy brackets. It definitely doesn't feel like aluminum. It probably is, but it feels a little bit heavier than aluminum to me. Yeah, I guess it is aluminum. It just seems a little bit like it's got a little bit more heft to it. Huh, that is interesting. I wonder what that is. Okay, it looks like I've got some kind of a card reader here. Okay. Ah. A 1 gigabyte micro SD card. Okay, and we've got our little toolkit here. So they sent me an ink pen. Nice Geeetech ink pen. A little mini Phillips head screwdriver. little push rod for forcing out filament through the hot end. Going to have 2 Allen head wrenches, and then the removal tool for the hot end. Toss that over there. Let's see what this is. And that is going to be a spare hot end. Now, I did find a link on Amazon to purchase these, and they go for $18 on Amazon, which I was surprised. I thought they'd cost more than that since it's the hot end with the nozzle and everything all included. But that, you know what? I'm going to come over there to the camera. So this right here is their new hot end that they use for this particular model. And it's not a plastic, but whatever this is, it doesn't get as hot to the touch as you would think. So for this kind of a setup, that part right there is your nozzle. That's the one that'll get the hottest, where if you touch it, it'll burn you. The rest of it doesn't get as hot. It'll still get very hot to the touch, but not enough to really burn you. So that's really cool. They sent an extra one. Now let's take a look what's inside this. I'm guessing it's going to be the power brick. Because once again, this does not have a heated bed, so there's no need to have an extra heavy-duty power supply for it. Yep, that's going to be the power brick. Perfect. Go ahead and close this up, get it out of the way. Okay, so now that we've got everything out, let's see if I can find out what that is all about. Okay, so that is a filament holder kit. Oh, nice. Let's take a look at how that goes together. There we go. So there is the spool holder. Get it over there, right there. So that's the spool holder for it. So now let's move on to the printer here. Now it does come with the tape on it already. Now right off the bat, what I'm noticing, we're not going to take and even deny this. It looks a lot like the Monoprice Select Mini. It looks a lot like it. In fact, it looks like it's even got a Bowden tube setup on the back side for the extruder. So it looks a lot like it, but at the same time, I don't remember Monoprice having a touchscreen on it, so that's going to be a little bit different. Just checking this to make sure it's moving freely. Yep. Get the little bit of packing material out of it. Okay, so that's all looking good. Now, they do have the power brick right here, so let's go ahead and get that set up. And before I start this up, I want to take a look at the manual here, or this quick start guide, and make sure I'm doing everything correctly. Now, I'm not sure if the memory card has a I'm not sure if the memory card has a file on it, so we'll find out here in just a moment. If not, I'll have to slice one really quick. So I'm going to take this micro SD card. So they also call it a TF card, I believe. Yep, that's what it's called on the back here. It says TF, but it's a micro SD card. So we're going to plug that in. Okay, so let me turn it around here now that I know which direction it goes. So it goes with the contacts facing upward, slides into the slot, and it should click. There we go, it's in place. So now I should be able to go ahead and start up this printer. So right here in the front appears to be a power button. we go. Okay guys, now that we have the unit turned on, what we want to go ahead and do is just run through a leveling sequence to make sure that it's somewhat level. So what we're going to go ahead and do is we're going to go ahead and hit Control, and let's hit Level. I'm going to go ahead and use the card that came with the printer to check it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to hit 5 first. That'll take it to the center of the build plate. So pretty loose, but let's go ahead and just go with that for a moment and just see how it's going to stack up. That's pretty loose as well. So let's go ahead and start with 1. We're going to go Z height down. That makes it pretty tight right there. So we're going to go ahead and hit OK. We're going to go to number 4. That's all right. We're going to go ahead and go 2. It doesn't matter what order you go in. That's actually really tight, so we're going to go up a hair. That's too loose. That's too tight. So let's just go up and we'll hit OK. Let's go to 3. It's pretty loose. That's pretty tight, so we're going to hit OK. Let's go back to 5. It's a little bit of drag, but not bad. Little bit of drag. It's all right. Little bit of drag, but it's all right. Go back to 2. It's actually a lot of drag, so let's go up. That one I think we're going to need to adjust it a little bit back there. But let's just go ahead. Let's just go ahead and give it a little bit of Z height. Actually, let's go 0.05. Little bit. That's perfect. Let's go back to 2. We're going to go 0.05. We're going to go up. Go up. Go up. Right there. That feels good. I didn't even notice that 0.05 before. That's really cool. That way you can really fine tune it. Perfect. Back to 1. That's good. Back to 4. Perfect. And back to 5. Perfect. We should be good like that. So now we'll go ahead and go back out. So now that we know our bed is somewhat level, what we're going to go ahead and do is we're going to go back to go to filament, and then we're going to increase the temperature up to 200 degrees. It jumps by tens, so that's great. Makes it a lot faster to get up to temperature. Okay, so as that's heating up, once it reaches 200 degrees, we'll try to put the filament through. Okay, so the printer is now up to 192, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and it's up to 200 degrees Celsius. So what we're going to go ahead and do, let me turn this around so you can see what I am doing. We're going to go ahead and take the filament. Now we cut it in a little bit of an angle. We're going to go ahead and squeeze the piece there so that it allows me to run through the gears. I'm just going to go ahead and manually feed it to the extruder. Okay, let's go ahead and turn this back around. Okay, and let's go ahead and increase the temperature a little bit to 205, because I didn't feel it wanting to go through just yet. And we're going to go ahead and extrude some material here. And it's come out nicely. Okay, so we've got enough filament extruded here so we know that everything's working right that way. So let's go ahead and go back out of that. We're going to go to home. Let's see. What do I do next in order to print something? There we go. So the center button takes us to the printing menu. We're going to select the top one, which is the only one on that card. And we're going to hit print. And let's see how it does. I'm curious what's on that card because I honestly don't know what's on it. It's going to be interesting to see what this is because I'm not sure what's on this card. Looks like I might have got it a little bit too tight to the bed. We'll go ahead and let this layer finish and see what it does on the next layer. Still pulling some of the packing material off of it. This is the first one I've received from Geeetech that actually has styrofoam packing to it. Usually they have like it's a fairly heavy duty foam. So this is a little bit different. It's a little dirtier, that's for sure. Okay, so what's nice about this one too is you can also go while it's printing and actually change the print temperature to get it a little bit hotter if it needs it. The extruder was doing a little bit of clicking, which usually means that something's not hot enough and it's not flowing correctly for the filament. So I went ahead and I upped it by 5 degrees and it's quit making the noise. So we should be good to continue going. Okay guys, so the reason why I'm going to take and do the time-lapse from the rear of this printer instead of from the front, I don't know if you can tell, but there's not that much that shows from the front. It won't be until it gets up there quite a ways. From this side of it, you can see more of the print while it's laying down the layers, so I'm going to go ahead and do the time-lapse from the back for this particular video. So I'm going to go ahead and at this moment, I'm going to go ahead and cut it, and we will come back a little bit later and see how it turns out. There it is, printing really nice. One thing I wanted to show you, first off, the print is looking great. Just gotta wait for it to come out here a little bit. Really turning out nice. The other thing is too, if you notice from the front side, you don't see much of the hot end or anything. It's all pretty much covered up. So that's one thing that's really going to make it nice for around children. It's going to be a lot more protected than some of the other printers I've seen. Now from this angle here you can also see that it's very protected. So that's pretty cool. It's not perfect, but it's cool. Now another thing too with this particular model is notice up in the top right corner where it says 6:37 and it's got a countdown. So it's got another 6 hours and 36 minutes to print now. So what I thought was a small file is going to take a little while. So I'm going to go ahead and let it cook for the night. I got my my old cell phone on the back side there doing a time lapse. I really got a janky setup right now. I need to get the second tripod for back there. But anyway, I got it set up where it should be able to record. So I'll go ahead and call this one until later on in the morning, and then we'll check it out that time. See you guys in a while. I honestly didn't know what to expect. Whenever I first started printing this model last night, I thought it was just going to be a small model. I didn't realize it was going to be this big. Otherwise, I would have done the time lapse from the front side and it would have looked a whole lot better. But wow. I don't know for sure how long it took. I'll try to figure it out post-processing, try to figure out what time it took. But I believe it took around 6 hours all total to print. I'm going to try saving the tape here by using the Build Tack spatula. And once again, this does not have a heated bed. It's a cold bed, so you have to use either Build Tack or tape or something like that in order to have a print stick. I lost the tape. That's unfortunate. Oh well, that's all right though. I got more tape. That turned out great. I'm going to come around here to the camera and show it to you. There's a little bit of a loop right underneath the ear, right there, where it hung down just a hair because of the cooling. But then again, if you look at the angle, that is nearly, what, maybe about a 88% or 88, that's nearly about an 88 degree incline right there. And that thing just printed it perfect. I mean, other than those little loops, that's not bad at all. Really surprising how that turned out. Layer quality looks really good. I'm not sure what layer height that was sliced at, but it really looks good. And this once again was printed with the AMZ 3D transparent blue. And I'd say it did a great job with that. So currently this printer is going for $298 on the Geeetech website. I'm sure they're going to be having specials coming up to the holidays and stuff, but those of you who backed this on the Kickstarter, you guys got a screaming deal. I mean, to get it for, I believe it was going for $199 at the beginning, that was a screaming deal on this little printer. Once again, it does use a micro SD card, so that's a little bit different. But the fact that they go and they send you a card reader so you can plug it with the USB directly into your computer to load the files onto it, that's great. Once again, it can connect to your computer with the USB cord that comes with the machine, and it also has Wi-Fi capability. I'll go into all that in a later video, but my initial impressions on this little printer is really good. I mean, for the price and for a printer that you don't have to assemble, that's a great deal. Well guys, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care. Hey guys, thank you for watching this video. If you like it, please give it a thumbs up. If you like the channel, please subscribe. I sure appreciate it. You can do that by clicking on the link over here. Don't forget to ring the bell too. That way you'll be notified when a video comes out. Also, if you'd like to support the channel, please click on my Patreon page over here. You can support the channel from there. If you'd like to check out one of my other videos, please give these a shot. I think you're going to love them. Oh yeah, you're going to like them. Have a great day and take care. Bye.